Welcome, everyone, and get ready because we have a seriously mouthwatering explainer today. We're breaking down a culinary masterpiece that's absolutely beloved across Southeast Asia. It's an essential staple of Thai home cooking. Today, we're unpacking the art and the science behind Nam Prik Pla Too, which translates to mackerel chili paste. We're going to look at the specific techniques, the secret to balancing those flavors, and exactly how to arrange those vibrant side vegetables so they look incredibly appetizing. It literally elevates a simple meal into a total feast for the senses. Okay, let's dive into this. When you look at a traditional Thai chili paste, honestly, it can seem incredibly complex. It's smoky, it's spicy, savory, and sour, literally all at the exact same time. So you might be wondering, what's the secret to getting that perfect harmony? How do you actually get that deep, authentic flavor right in your own kitchen? Well, the culinary breakdown we're looking at today deconstructs this beautifully. It shows us that the secret isn't magic, you guys, it's method. It is all about how you treat each individual ingredient before they ever even meet in the bowl. Nam Prik Pla Too is essentially this perfect storm of flavors. We've got fiery, roasted aromatics, the rich, savory depth of fried mackerel, and you scoop it all up with an array of vibrant, crisp vegetables. Experts absolutely agree that this dish boasts a flawless 10 out of 10 flavor profile. But you know what the best part is? It's surprisingly accessible for home cooks. It's rustic, it's forgiving, and as you'll see, it's entirely customizable to your own palate. So, let's start with preparing the mackerel, our star ingredient. Notice this specific number here, 300. You want to pick out a single, large mackerel that weighs right around 300 grams. Why does that matter? Well, the fish is the structural base of your paste. A large 300-gram mackerel is going to be nice and meaty, providing enough volume and rich, savory protein to really balance out the intense heat of the chilies and that sharp acidity from the lime juice. Now, the crucial point here is the prep. First, you fry that beautiful 300-gram mackerel in plenty of oil over medium heat until the outside gets golden and crispy and the meat inside is perfectly cooked. Then, pull it out, let it drain, and cool completely. But step 3, this is where your patience really pays off. You have to meticulously flake the meat and remove every single bone, even those tiny little pin bones right down the center. This makes sure your final chili paste has this luxurious, hearty texture with no unpleasant surprises. Moving on to charring the aromatics, which is how we build that incredible flavor profile. You guys, this step is totally transformative. You take 8 shallots, 8 cloves of Chinese garlic, and 15 red ginger chilies, and you dry roast them in a pan over low heat with just a tiny touch of oil. Keep them moving until those skins are beautifully blistered and charred. Then, you're going to do the exact same thing separately with 5 green chilies. Master chefs highlight this crucial technique because roasting them draws out their natural sweetness and introduces this incredible, authentic smoky aroma. Once they're cool enough to handle, just peel off the charred skins to reveal the soft, concentrated, flavor-packed aromatics inside. And this brilliantly illustrates the whole philosophy of the dish. The source material provides a direct empowering quote regarding those 15 red ginger chilies. Adjust according to your tongue's level. I love that. This isn't some rigid baking formula. It's a living recipe. If you love intense, fiery heat, absolutely keep all those chilies in, or hey, even add more. But if you prefer a milder experience, just reduce the number of red chilies or remove the seeds before you start cooking. You are entirely in control here. All right, let's talk about perfecting the vegetable sides, the textural pairing for our dish. A great Nam Prik is seriously nothing without its dippers. Traditional methods highlight this fantastic contrast between raw and cooked vegetables to create the ultimate tasting platter. On the raw side, you've got the crisp, refreshing snap of cucumber, the really unique crunch of winged beans, and the subtle bite of fresh onion flowers. These give you a bright, cooling contrast to that heavy paste. On the cooked side, we have boiled okra. The soft, slightly sweet nature of the okra provides a completely different, really soothing mouthfeel. It's exactly this variety that keeps every single bite interesting and helps you arrange an incredibly appetizing, beautiful spread. But there's a little secret to getting that boiled okra just right. The trick lies in the culinary technique of shocking. You boil the okra for exactly 5 minutes, literally just enough to cook it through, and then immediately plunge it into a bowl of ice-cold water. This instantly stops the cooking process. And the result? The okra retains this vibrant, bright green color and a perfect, tender yet firm texture, instead of just turning into gray mush. It's a real game changer. Now for the really fun part, pounding and seasoning, the grand synthesis. This is where the magic happens, traditionally done right in a heavy mortar and pestle. First up, toss in your peeled, roasted garlic, shallots, and both the red and green chilies. You want to pound these together until they form a coarse paste. Remember, you aren't looking for a perfectly smooth puree here. You really want that texture. Once the aromatics are broken down, gently add in your meticulously deboned mackerel meat. You just pound and fold the fish into the chili mixture. The bowl is this rustic, hearty synthesis where the fish breaks down just enough to absorb all those smoky flavors, creating a thick, incredibly aromatic base. Next comes the seasoning, which is absolutely crucial for balancing the flavors. To our pounded mixture, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of fish sauce for that deep umami saltiness. 1.5 tablespoons of fresh lime juice to slice right through the richness with some bright acidity, and just half a teaspoon of sugar to round off any harsh edges. Mix this thoroughly, tasting as you go. Finally, just fold in a handful of finely chopped spring onions. This adds a gorgeous pop of fresh green color and a mild, oniony bite that perfectly finishes off the paste. And finally, bringing it all together, the final platter, tasting the masterpiece. Imagine this presentation sitting on your table. Right in the center, you have a generous bowl of your spicy, smoky, rustic mackerel paste, garnished with a little extra spring onion. Surrounding it, like a crown, is your vibrant, meticulously prepared vegetable platter. You've got the bright greens of the chilled okra, the crisped winged beans, and those refreshing cucumber slices. You take a piece of that sweet okra, scoop up a generous portion of the hearty mackerel paste, and just take a bite. You get the crunch, the smoke, the savory fish, the fire of the chili, and the tang of the lime literally all at once. It's just a brilliant, perfectly balanced culinary experience. So we've decoded the whole process from this fantastic culinary explainer. We've seen exactly how to perfectly fry and debone the mackerel, how to roast and peel those aromatics for maximum smoky flavor, and how to balance the intense paste with expertly prepared raw and shocked vegetables to make them look so appetizing. Now, the final thought I want to leave you with is this. How are you going to customize your perfect heat level and vegetable platter? Will you go for a fiery 15 chilies or keep things on the milder side? What local vegetables will you choose to scoop it all up? Take these secrets into your own kitchen, make this incredible dish your own, and just enjoy the process. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring.